She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Now come on now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Coach Erica, Arthur China T. Thank you for tuning in to episode 26 of Never Date Just One Sis. And we're going to continue this journey to get this thing right if it's the last thing we do and learn how to properly roster date. So if it's your first time here, welcome. Make sure that you go back to all 25 episodes that came before this. It is valuable information. Try not to skip over stuff because they pick up on each other. They give a lot of information, and you need it because I'm reading some of the comments that's being left on the videos. One comment today I'm going to touch on in a second. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the page, share it, follow me on TikTok, Coach T. China T, Coach Erica on TikTok. Make sure you also join the Facebook group, and then go over to get the link on this video and get your copy of Never Date Just One Sis, the book, and make sure that you use this guide, because if you stand by this guide and these commandments, tear these commandments out of your guide and put them on your wall and commit to reading them every day, then it's a lot of things that won't be able to be ran over you or wool pulled over your eyes, because you'll be like, Coach Erica said, thou shalt not. Coach Erica say, thou shalt not. Thou shalt not. Okay, we are not doing any more overextending, overinvesting, overloving, overgiving. We're just not doing that no more because our needs are being unmet. So I'm going to start with the comment that I read on in one of the videos. And the lady said, ma'am said that she has tried roster dating and she seems to always find herself falling in love with one person. The perils of when you have multiple men and you still think that you know what you want, have not figured out your needs, so you're still falling in love. It happens to the best of us. I get it. That's why a lot of y'all be scared to talk to multiple men, because you just don't know which way it's gonna go. Because you already know that if you meet John today and you start talking to John and dealing with John for like 2-3 weeks, and then you meet Cedric in like 3 weeks, and then after that you meet Tony, because you have been talking to John the longest, you feeling indebted to John, and you feel like you owe something to John. So therefore Cedric and Tony doesn't get all of you because you're giving it all to John. You got to stop, because you're going to meet these men at different points, at different times on the roster and in your life. At the end of the day, if all of your, not one, not three, not some, if all of your needs, once you have identified them, have not been met by John, but you just like John because you've talked to John too much on the phone, or you're text John too much, and you know about John history and where he came from, so you feel an emotional connection and pull to John, you're just not being fair to yourself, and you're not being fair to your roster. Okay, you have to learn how to keep these people on the same playing field. And a lot of y'all emotions be jumping into the picture because you be so ready to move to sex. Don't lie to me. Because y'all still think that sex is going to bind this. And then y'all find yourselves in situationships that you think is a relationship that is only a benefit to him and is more of a loss to you. Let me tell you what I'm talking about.
I need you to stop letting them pump before they pay. Interesting conversation with the 22-year-old client of mine who came to me and said, Doc, I'm coming to you because I need someone to be honest with me, and I know my friends can't do it. I said, what's going on? She said, I'm in a 3-month, what I believe is a situationship that I thought was a relationship. I said, why? She said, because I was giving him very clear expectations of what I wanted out of this, but it seems like he's getting everything he wants from me, and I'm hardly getting anything that I need from him. And this wouldn't be so bad if I had not invested so much into him. But now I feel like I'm just being used because I gave him so much. She kept saying how much she gave him so much.
Thou shalt give to men what they give you. Do not match energy, match actions. That's the first commandment that applies to the scenario. Hold on. Thou shalt not allow any man in the cookie jar if he hasn't invested in the cookie factory. Your cookies should not be available for any man who is only window shopping. That's the second commandment that applies. Thou shalt not ask any man to do anything twice. Simply ask another man and make it known that you'll get it from someone else. That is the third commandment that applies. Thou shalt not settle for any reason. Continue dating until the best man finds you. The fourth commandment that applied. Thou shalt not overtext, overcall, or overreach. If you overextend yourself, you'll overstay your welcome. You heard the scenario. Much like many of the scenarios that y'all have going on in y'all life. This is why you keep losing, because you don't know how to separate your needs from the emotions. And then I keep asking, how are you developing emotions with unmet needs? That's right, because you don't know what your needs are, but you know what his needs are. That girl said he was getting everything he needed. She wasn't even getting a third of what she wanted. He didn't give it to her at all. She said she had invested too much. You know what her investment meant? She had sexed him too much in 3 months. Yeah, she had gave him the whole thing, the suck, the F, cooking dinner, invited him over, probably buying things from him, giving him gifts. And in 90 days, he was able to turn her mess into his own playground. This is what will happen when you don't know your needs. She said she's not getting anything she needs. She didn't even know her needs before she had allowed him to come in. And then she said she thought that was in a relationship. That's what I'm saying. Y'all be doing a lot of thinking. And the reality of it is, these people don't think they're in a relationship with you. They know it's a situation. It's only for now. You are not his forever girl, but he will allow you to hold that place until the girl he wants comes along. Y'all got to stop. You're looking for love in all the wrong places. When you don't have the needs being met, there are no benefits to this love. I know y'all seen it on TV. Y'all see it online, and some of these people, and y'all like, I want that, I want that, I want that. Men don't love women like you. Yep, I said it. Because for some reason, you won't get it. So now let me tell you, men don't love women like you. Why? Because you don't love yourself. And you don't know what you need. So how can a man love you when it's clear about how you allow him to treat you that you don't love yourself? A day should not go by when you can physically tell yourself you have given too much, and for you to still keep going and give to keep giving. And to the point where you have to go and ask a doctor or a dating coach, what should you do? Self-love will tell you what you should do. You shouldn't even been in that in the beginning with. It shouldn't have got that deep. If you loved yourself how you proclaim to, you would have known to pump the brakes, because this ain't working in your favor. Even I know that. That's why I kindly exited my marriage. It was no longer serving me purpose. So I'm not going to be the woman who sticks around just to say she got married for the next 5 or 10 years and fake happiness on the outside, but in the inside miserable as hell. It served me no purpose no more. The man I fell in love with had left. What I had was a shell version of it, and I understood it, and it hurt, but I had to do what I had to do, and I had to get out of there, because it would have made me come down to his level wherever he was and then stay down there grounded with him. Absolutely not. Because where is my ex-husband right now? Still at his mom's. We've been divorced 2 years. Nothing has changed. Do you see where I'm going with this? I got out of that because I love myself enough to know that if he wasn't going to take us where we needed to go, it wasn't no reason for me to still be here. But for some reason, you're not loving yourself enough to pick yourself up out that mess and move yourself on. And I don't mean move on to sit to the side and say, well, I'm just going to sit and be single. Move on and go exercise your right to have options. There is a man that is waiting to do everything that you want, that you ask the other man to do. But because you stop exercising your right to have options, now you done made this man be your only option. He knows he's your only option. He's using that to his advantage because he know you ain't going nowhere. So he gonna do whatever he want to do, because guess what? He already can tell you don't love yourself enough to know to remove yourself from the situation. So he ain't gonna make you remove yourself. So however long he gonna play that role, he's gonna play it to make sure his needs are consistently being met until his needs change. And once his needs change, he's gonna be already looking for somebody else to fulfill those needs. Only thing is that you're gonna find out when it's too late, when he already out the door. And what you gonna be doing? Sitting over here waiting for him to come back, losing all sense of purpose and time and who you are as a woman. trying to see if this man gonna come back and love you how you loved him when you don't even love yourself like that. So how was he gonna emulate any type of love when he's never seen you love yourself? Get your needs met, babe. It's these situations that y'all find yourself in, you gotta stop that. Stop rushing to sex. Sex is not gonna lock him in with you. I can be with somebody and not give him sex at all, and he gonna still be right there because sex is not a binder. If sex was the only reason why the person was middle, the moment I take it away, things would change and get worse. I have never had that when none of my situations. Just like my ex-husband. That's the only ex you'll hear me call is my ex-husband because that's the only one who changed my last name. That's why I don't do the boyfriend, girlfriend titles anymore because them people will hold you in their life for years and still don't do nothing with you and go marry a whole nother woman. Just like all three of them did. The women they married didn't even do a third of what I did. That's my bad. Because guess what? They went and married women who wasn't even doing none of that. But the respect was there. Because guess what? They saw that I loved them more than I loved me. And that's not what they wanted. And I can admit that. I need you to do the same thing. You swear you love yourself. You don't. If you treat him better than you treat you, girl, you know you don't even like yourself. Not that I can believe. But I need you to change that. Go get 31 days to internal satisfaction and heal that. And then when you heal that, then get your copy of Never Date Just One, sis. And let's start doing this the right way. Your needs are unmet. So I need you to figure out what your needs are. Are they emotional? Are they mental? Are they financial? Are they physical? Are they a combination of all of them? What can you get out of one man that, you know what, I can get the financial from John. I'm going to go over here and get the emotional from Tony. I'm going to go over here with Derek and he going to do everything else. Get all your needs met. And I guarantee you're going to see your appearance going to change. You're going to be happier. You might gain a little weight because you ain't really worried about nothing no more. In the back of your mind, you're not worried about what these men are doing because guess what? You're not sleeping with them. See, the only time y'all get caught up in y'all feelings and start worrying about what this man doing and what he not doing and all this stuff is when y'all sleep with him. Because now there go your investment. You done gave up your body. Now you done let somebody else in your temple. Now you feel like because you let the men, they supposed to treat you this kind of way. Absolutely not, ma'am. You still giving them peasant vibes. That's not the queen that you want to be to do. You don't have to offer up your body for a connection. If you're still doing that, then you are thinking on a level of a peasant and a concubines. That's what they do. That's why you think the queens sit to the side and let their husband have the concubines. Because if you want to work hard over there, babe, to try to get a man that's not going to leave me, then go ahead. Okay? Be the queen in your queen energy. It ain't got nothing to do with sex. It got everything to do with everything else. Make him fall in love with you and your needs. And see how you not being in his life is a deficit. But sex isn't it. And I keep going back to this. So you heard her say, I'm a play it again. She invested so much. Her investment was sex.
Bad if I had not invested so much into him. But now I feel like I'm just being used because I gave him so much. She kept saying how much she gave him so much.
Gave him so much. That's when y'all remember. Okay, y'all probably don't remember, but there was a video that I put on TikTok. And I said, the only people who consistently talk about the relationship and everything they did for the man and what he didn't do for them is the ones who know they did too much. When you know you did too much, the only story that anybody ever hears is what you did. I did this for him. I did this for him. And I did this for him. And I did this for him. And he left me for her. And she didn't do none of that. Because you know you did too much. That's why you keep telling us what you did. That's why you keep saying you invested. That's why you keep bringing it up. You know you did too much. You know he wasn't doing none of that. Not even the 16th of that. I won't even say a third. Not even the 16th. All he did was give you some sex. Gave you some words with no actions. And you kept doing. He didn't give you any change. There was definitely no commitment. But what there was a placeholder that he allowed you to sit in. And he just rubbed your back as you sat in that place. As he still was scoping out the scene, waiting for her to come. Whoever she is, it's not you. It was never you. But you were good for the time being. We saw that in an example for the lady who was there for 10 years. And the man broke up with her and went and married somebody he only known for 7 months. Men know they who they're gonna marry within 6 months. So if you sitting there all that time acting like you don't want to be married, knowing you want to be married, but you ain't married, you invested too much. You won't walk away because you don't want to take the L because you invested too much. Your investment was huge. You gave children, you gave time, you had some finances in this, a whole lot of sex. Some of y'all do threesomes. Y'all be doing so much for boyfriends that don't turn into husbands, not even common law husbands. And when they do, if they do convert to a common law husband, it'd be years and decades later after they've played the field and had all their fun, and you've been right there trying to be a good woman, being faithful, taking care of home. Every time he dropped the ball, you pick it up and you make sure that nobody knows he dropped it because you just was so ashamed to know that you was in it by yourself all that time. I know. I remember that stupid, dumb feeling. I had came out of one of those bad examples that I had did too much. The prison sentences, always there. Multiple prison sentences. Jails, multiple jails, even bonding out. Help when his daughter went in DCF custody, let the child come live in my house. I did all of this for this person to go and marry somebody else who did not do any of that or even think to do that. Because by the time he left me, he wasn't that person no more. He was somebody completely different to go be the best version of himself for somebody else. That was my bad. Because I was trying to raise a boy into a man when I should have let him stay over there with his mama where I found him in a little boy stance. And all I did was go make him a better man for another woman. I invested too much. Y'all are investing too much. And guess what? The entire time I was investing, I had unmet needs. He could not fulfill them. I was cheating, trying to go get them fulfilled elsewhere. But would not take the L because my investment was so big. That's how y'all find yourselves. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. It ain't nothing that I ain't already been through and survived. It took a lot. It took a lot, but I got through it. I don't know what it's going to take for you. I don't know what it's going to take for you, sis. I do hope that at this video, on this channel, that you stop right there. If you still leading with sex, if you still doing too much, you want to help him find a job, so you go do the applications for him, you go do the resumes for him, you even prep him on his interviews. He doesn't show any interest in doing that. Why are you still doing that? If you go move into your place, you done paid all your move-in fees, and then you meet him and you automatically let him come in with no investment. Why do you do that? It's you. It's not them. I'd play you too. I told you if I had an opportunity to play you, I'd play you too. Because you don't love yourself. And when I didn't love myself, it was easy to pick up on by those who did use my love against me. My love for them against me because I didn't love myself. Now love, self-love is through the roof. Baby, I don't even talk on the phone and text. Y'all should see. The moment you don't go my way, first thing that look eerie, out of the way. You don't even listen. They ain't even made it to the roster. See, to get to the roster is special. It's a lot you got to do to get to the roster. Just because we went on a date or had a conversation, don't think you on a roster, baby. I'm still trying to see if you even roster material before I even wasted my time. Because I tell them from the beginning, I don't talk on phones and I don't text. If you can't show up in person, then it's automatic a no. Now, people say, well, why are you like that? Well, I can tell you why. Because even in those bad examples I had, but more importantly with my ex-husband, I don't remember talking on the phone with him until I was in another country on vacation. That was like 5 months into us being together. So the first 5 months of me and my ex-husband, he showed up every day or every other day so that I can see him in his true light. Another thing that got me with him was the fact that I told him in the beginning, he said, there is no sex. I'm not giving you no sex. Don't look at me for sex. That's not what I'm going to do with you. But more importantly, prior to that, he pursued me. Now, I'm not going to lie. The other people that came before him, they pursued me too. I was never an easy catch for those I did not want to be easily caught by. It was a pursuit. So that's how I knew to be able to move into the direction I moved into with them. Sex was not on the forefront. These people have had to fall in love with me before I even introduced them to that part of that. Because I needed to know that they like me more than I like them. And that's where y'all are dropping the ball. Y'all like y'all men more than they like y'all. Y'all like y'all men more than they like y'all. That's the problem, baby. That's why you need options. He needs to like you more than you like him. That's the only way it's going to be genuine. That's the only way you're going to get what you need. What I will say is this. You can't control your emotions. You can just control who you have them for. That means you need to be looking at actions. Are your needs being met? Are you number one? Are they pursuing you? Are you somebody who they like more than you like them? If these are not questions you can honestly answer, then you need to take a chill pill. You need to step back and you need to reevaluate some stuff because you're going about it wrong. And I'm not ever going to blame a man for using you or getting over on you, because had you been a little wiser, they wouldn't have been able to do that. Had you loved yourself a little bit more, they wouldn't have been able to do that. How do I know? Because they would have been able to do me like they did me if I had to love myself a little more. But when I took my power back and the love increased, the people blew in the wind. I didn't miss them at all. I don't spin any blocks, baby. Yeah, I don't get back with people. You don't get a chance to do what I've already seen you do. I already know who you is. Remember I told you about them chances? Ain't no chances coming over here. Why would I give another person a chance and ruin the first chance for somebody who want to get it right? No. Y'all give chances, though. Chances. You don't love yourself enough to get them up out of there. And you're still letting them come to the pump the gas, and leave without any investment. I don't know how that goes. I haven't pulled up to a gas station yet where I can get free gas. Probably a long time ago. But once enough cars ran off with the profit, the gas pumps won't turn on until you pay. The cookie factory shouldn't be open up until there's an investment, financially and emotionally. You should start calling yourself demisexual. What is that? You cannot have sex with anybody until there's a deep emotional connection. Make them invest emotionally and financially. So you won't be feeling like you've invested too much and you got nothing in return in that situation. Stay away from situations. Stay away from friends with benefits. Stay away from sneaky links. Stay away from fuck friends. Stay away from the side chick lifestyle. If all you want is sex, then at least put a price on it, baby, so you don't feel depleted at the end of the day. At least if all you want is sex, then at least give yourself a price. I won't call you a prostitute, but it'll be great to know that you're not out there giving it up for free based off of a like, and at least you're getting something. I can't respect you if you're giving up for free because you like somebody and you don't even know if they like you back and you hoping they're gonna like you afterwards. When I can respect you if you say you charge him $1,000 and you never talk to him again, you'll have more respect than me because at least I know you got something out of the deal. I'm not going to call you a prostitute. That's y'all problem. I think everything is a prostitute. But yet you're giving out sex for free. You should be a prostitute. You ain't getting nothing back in return but some stress, loss of hair, loss of weight, loss of edges, loss of just sense of purpose. That's the only thing you're taking from that is a bunch of losses, no gains. So at least get you some money if you're going to do all that, honey. That's where I'm going to come from. But until that time, put your sex back in your dress. Keep it under lock and key. It's not to be on the table, to be talked about, or none of that stuff. Now, you don't shy away from sexual questions on dates. You exactly answer them exactly how they expect to answer them. Give them all the gory details. Give him something to think about. But you also followed up with, but I'm not even there yet. So that's nothing I want to talk about. That's how you end that. Yes, but I'm not there yet. So that's nothing I want to talk about. So he can then say, well, when do you get there? You say, I'm a demisexual. It's going to take a strong emotional connection and a financial investment before I can ever get there. Shut him up then, because he's going to know if he's going to be willing to give you those strong emotional connection. You can't fake you can't fake a strong emotional connection. And that's because you got to be in tune with your emotions and understand your needs. Your needs are first. This ain't about love no more. That love stuff went out the window a long time ago when you had women out here that was willing to go out there and do without love because they have no backbone, they have no self-esteem, they have nothing going for themselves. All they do is offer sex. So love is out the door. So whatever you think you can offer a man, a whore can offer him that as well. She's just going to charge. And guess what? He don't have to deal with her no more. He's going to get all of that good sex from her, except the emotional stuff. He's going to give her a little bit of money and get out of there. You finna have to deal with all, you have to give him all the emotions. And if he don't want to deal with that, he going to take the sex and leave you in your emotions with your hurt feelings and get out of there. And you're going to still be without money, wet tush for no reason. Don't be that girl. Go watch all the videos. However many times you want to understand that your needs come first, because we're not going to keep allowing somebody to keep pumping gas without paying. I'll see y'all later. Follow and subscribe, share, go join the Facebook group, get your copy of Never Date Just One, and also start with 31 days of internal satisfaction if you need to go heal that part of you that keeps going back to sex. Talk to y'all later.